Thank you for coming today to the official launch of Virginians for Workplace Fairness. We are here today to talk about what is unquestionably one of the worst pieces of legislation to come out of Washington, the card check bill.
Virginia Hospitality and Travel joined this coalition early on because we are not only just travel and tourism, we are the State Association for Restaurants and Hotel Lodging, and these are all industries that are going to be affected largely by this legislation. They tend to be industries that unions go after to begin with. And so if this were to pass, then this would allow them more opportunities to walk into our restaurants and our hotels and our tourism attractions and try and build a union within that business. It hurts our businesses. That's the bottom line.
Virginians for Workplace Fairness is a coalition composed of over 60 business associations representing hundreds of thousands of employees here in the Commonwealth. The purpose of the coalition is to educate and advance our message to defeat the card check bill and encourage our senators, Jim Webb and Mark Warner, and the House members to vote down the measure.
My organization consists of 1,050 member companies, and our board unanimously voted to vigorously oppose card check. They did so because they are very concerned about the effect of this legislation on the ability of their industry to continue to innovate and grow, which is especially crucial to Virginia in this economy.
The message that I would send to all elected officials on this one is not around preserving an institution that adds value in America. It's around stuffing the pockets of union leaders and union pensions that have done nothing but detract value from businesses and employees in America.
We're not opposed to unions. We're opposed to this way of going about it. We believe that individual employees have the right to a secret ballot process. It's the American way. It's how we do it with every single other election. Why should this be any different?
We do not want our caregivers or others to be inappropriately pressured. Our nurses, our techs, all of our staff are in very critical jobs, doing very critical work. The last thing they need is additional pressure to get in the way between them and their patient. Card check would guarantee that pressure by union organizers would occur.
We need to stop this one-sided bill from being passed so that unions will have to earn their business. It's that simple. They need to learn to compete or lose their business just like everyone else.
Today, working men and women decide whether or not they want a labor union by voting in a secret ballot election conducted by a federal government agency. Today, companies and unions negotiate a labor contract through bargaining, and the contract itself has to be approved by the employees and approved by the employer. But today, labor unions also only represent about 7.5% of the American workers in the private sector. That's the lowest total ever. Make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, this is the problem that the Employee Free Choice Act is designed to fix. It's not really about the middle class. It's not really about leveling the playing field or fundamental fairness. It's about the fact that labor unions have lost millions of members and hundreds of millions of dollars over the last 40 years of decline. The choice in the Employee Free Choice Act is anything but free. Instead of allowing employees to vote, the unions want to be recognized on the basis of whether or not a majority of employees sign a union card. The only way to be sure that employees make the choice they truly want is to let them become informed on the issues and then vote in a secret ballot election. If they choose a union, so be it. And if they don't, so be that. But it's a choice they make in private, not with somebody standing over their shoulders. And as I said earlier, to make matters worse, the proposed law would also allow a college professor or a lawyer or someone else who may know nothing about the business involved to decide what the labor contract will be and to impose that labor contract for 2 years. The employees don't get to ratify it or vote on it. The company doesn't get even to object to it. I'm not aware of any other federal statute, or state law for that matter, which imposes on a commercial contract on unwilling parties, whether they be individuals, employees, or companies. Why are we trying to fix a system which really isn't broken? The truth is that this is all about guaranteeing union victory and union contract at the expense of the rights of employees. Labor unions always argue that employees should have a voice in the workplace, and I totally agree. But the fundamental way to afford them that voice is to let them vote in secret about whether they want the union to be their voice or whether they want to speak for themselves. Taking away their right to vote is hardly giving them a voice.
I came to Lee Technologies in 2006 after serving on Governor Mark Warner's cabinet as the Secretary of Technology. Technology really values the flow, the free flow of information across people, work groups. It doesn't matter what level they are in the organization. Technology companies have to ramp up, ramp down very, very quickly. Unionization would really encumber this, potentially make it impossible.
So we really hope that Senator Warner will look at this as something that's going to hurt business in Virginia. Remember that his constituents do not like this, and to vote his conscience and vote his constituents, do not vote anything else.
We are known for being open and welcoming to business. Don't ruin that, please.
If you want to solve the transportation problem in Virginia, pass card check, because I can assure you jobs will leave this state and this region.
I will take these worthy proclamations and I will deliver them to Senators Warner and Webb, and if they do not promise to oppose this nasty legislation, well, it just might arouse my anger.
I would encourage anybody to join our coalition, whether you're an association, a business, or an individual.
Before we end our program today, I ask you all to take the time to visit our new website. It's virginiaworkplace.com, and sign on to our coalition. There you'll be able to write letters to Senators Warner and Webb, learn more information about the coalition, points of interest, etc. And it's very important that everyone here today do the best they can to join our coalition, also get others to join our coalition, learn more about it, because we need to keep Virginia open for business and defeat this nasty legislation. So thank you all very much.